basically let you know what we think you should list it. Now, listing can be complicated just because you might want a higher price than what we think the home is worth. That doesn't mean that we can't come to terms and agree on something, but you have to understand this is sort of the wrong time to negotiate. If you don't have an agent that doesn't believe in your price, you're basically asking someone to work for you that doesn't believe in your product.
Doesn't everybody always want the most for their homes? I can't imagine anybody saying, I'll sell my home for less than I think it's worth. And I think that think is key.
No, and absolutely. You just need to have that conversation. If you think your home's worth more and you want to list it there, most agents will, oblige you and, go forward. But you need to have the conversation of after it's set there for a week, if it's not getting the same response it needs to, what you're going to do to lower that price to get back into the ballpark. We are professionals. We know what we're doing. And price isn't always the issue. I know a lot of agents say lower price, but you need to have a game plan, and he needs to do the same thing. Tell you what's sold in the neighborhood, what hasn't sold, what's been listed, how long it's been listed for, and it gives you a game plan for how you really want to attack the home.
And tying that together with appraisals, in the process of buying a home, every home purchase is connected to an appraised value of that home. Reason being is that there aren't too many lenders. All right, there are none. There are no lenders out there that want to lend more on a home than the home's value. That appraisal is covering their backsides as well as yours, not allowing the lender to lend too much on a home and not allowing the buyer to borrow too much on the home. So an appraisal is key part of that transaction, and it has a lot to do with the mortgage side of the equation. There are loans out there where if the house appraises for less than the agreed upon purchase price, it stops the process. The process is put on hold until that price is renegotiated. So getting a realtor that can assess the correct value and agreeing on that correct value is pretty key on a number of fronts. Again, we are 760 AM. This is Open House, and our phone number for your questions is 303-713-7600. Brad, looks like we've got another home in the Arvada area. Could you tell us a little bit about that one?
Yeah, this is it's actually a short sell, so somebody looking for a deal, this is a great opportunity. It's basically on 72nd Street in Sims. The address is 7140 Sims Street. It's condo number 202 right there in Arvada. It was at 160. We've been talking to the banks and stuff. We've got it. We just lowered it all the way down to 140. Now, people that aren't familiar with short sales, this is just sort of a starting point. Once we get more negotiations back and forth, we'll be able to solidify a price. But it's an awesome opportunity. It's a 2-bed, 2-bath, beautiful hand-scraped wood floors, fireplace, updated maple cabinets, nice appliances. Great opportunity in a great location, too.
Did you mention the price yet?
Yeah, it's hovering right around 140 right now. Basically, the way it works is submit any offer. We'll take any offer to the bank, and then we'll go get a negotiator from there, and then we'll sort of back into our final number.
Great opportunity here for a buyer that wants to maybe buy a property with the idea of maybe potentially turning it into a rental in the future. That price range happens to coincide with a payment range, which equates to what most people are paying for rent. So you might be able to buy this as a starter home, live in it for a couple of years, and then maybe keep it, move out, rent it out, and start your real estate portfolio. You'd be the next Trump.
Absolutely. And give me a call if you want any private showings on this property. You can reach me at 303-918-0830. Also, Lou, if they want to get pre-qualified for this property, how do they reach you?
I'm glad you asked that. Thank you very much. My phone number is 720-489-0712. I want to touch on one thing that's extremely important for you out there, the difference between being pre-qualified and being pre-approved. When you talk to a mortgage banker that goes through the mortgage analysis, there are many, many things that are looked at, analyzed, and put into a computer to find out, can it be done? A pre-qualification, frankly, is my opinion. After looking at the information, I tell you what I think. Versus a pre-approval. The pre-approval process is actually getting all of your information, submitting it to an underwriter, and getting it approved through the underwriting system. If you are pre-approved versus pre-qualified, you're in a much better position to negotiate the purchase of a home with a seller because that seller knows not only you want to buy, but you can. So please call me, 720-489-0712. Looks like we've got another question. We're on question number 4, Brad.
Yeah, and I'll be real quick with this one, but basically you just want to know how long will this take. If you've got you're renting and you need to be in a house sooner, this is just a definite question that you guys need to talk about. Also, if you're selling and you need to sell soon, you need to understand that, price versus time on the market, so you might want to be more aggressive with your price if you need to get out of the property. But let's go ahead and...
let's wrap this up. Again, Brad Wilson with Rain Real Estate and Lou Tornambe with WR Starkey, and we are...
Open house, and I definitely love to answer that 5th question to anybody that wants to reach me. You can reach me on my cell, 303-918-0830. How do they reach you, Lou?
I'm at 720-489-0712. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, guys.
A house in the middle of our house, it has a crowd. There's always something.
Turn to the left with AM760 Colorado's Progressive Talk. KKZN, Thornton, Denver, Boulder, and AM760.net.